Hi, I'm Eric Nation, and I'm the co-founder and head of engineering at Operation Nation. And today we're going to be diving into our latest tool for Sanity, a plugin for Schema Markup. Today I'll go over how to install and use the plugin in your own Sanity project. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I'm on our GitHub page. This is open source, so feel free to fork it, use it however you want. And so yeah. What is it basically? If you're familiar with Schema Markup, then you know that is for SEO optimization. And this plugin simplifies the process of generating Schema Markup for your website. So this is for enhancing structured data and making it more accessible for search engines. The key features of this plugin are the markup generation. So this plugin allows you to generate your schema markup via the UI in Sanity Studio instead of the developer having to code all that logic manually. It integrates with the Sanity Studio, dynamic schema markup, and we have a React component that we allow you to import for your front end. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how we can use this. So first, you're going to npm install the plugin into your project. I'm just going to use our own website as an example. It's already installed, but just show this to you here real quick. Boom. Now let's go to, so as the instructions say, let's go back to the instructions real quick. So for usage, first you're going to define it and add it to the plugins and the configuration, just like you would any other plugin. And then you can add the schema markup field to your Sanity document wherever you want it to be, whether this is for a page or a blog article, wherever. And then it'll add this UI in the Sanity Studio. And I'll show you an example of that in a second. But what's really cool I like is this modal that we designed and developed. We've included all the major schemas, not all of them, but all the ones that we think are the most popular. If you ever want any more and you don't want to fork it and build your own, then just put in a request in our GitHub and we'll try to find the time to get those added. But usage on the front end, we export this SchemaScript. It's a React component, and it allows you to just use the schema, the data that you get from the studio. So whether you're using Grok or GraphQL or whatever, once you get that data, you can see right here, and then we are just passing that down into the schema markup. So this is the property. So I can show you how we have it in ours. Just like in the instructions, here is the schema markup component that we created, and then we just import this from the plugin. If we go to the configuration, I'll show you real quick where we got it configured. We're just adding this right here. Oops. And you can see where we're importing that in over here. Let's see an example of where we are using it. So let's go over here. Why? I think we're using it in here. Okay, so we are importing the schema markup component. This is our blog page layout. And you can see where we're using it in here. So we are fetching the schema markup from our data, and then we are passing that down. And it's as easy as that. If you don't need any custom mapping of data, you can just pass it right down and it will generate it. Let's go, I can show you on our back end and show you what it looks like. So we can go to one of our blog posts, go to the SEO section, and you can see right here for the blog post particular, at least how we have it set up, if you don't add one manually for blog post articles, it'll just automatically generate it for you. But we can do it manually right here. So let's select article. It pre-populates all this data for you, which is nice. And let's just use this. So that's all good to go. Publish. Now let's go to the front end and I'll show you how we can validate it. So I've already inspected this article and I have found the script. So you can just copy the script, go to validator.schema.org and you can test it. And you'll see that it generates this markup and there are 0 errors and 0 warnings. So that's great. So why we built this plugin, it didn't exist in the Sanity plugin library. And I can only assume that most developers will just write the logic for it manually and just generate it all automatically. That way your client or the user in Sanity Studio doesn't have to worry about it. But it is quite nice for you to be able to manage through the Sanity UI, like for any page or blog post, if you want to add multiple schema markups or whatever. And if you want to customize the data and change it up, that way it gives the user more control. So that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, open an issue. If you go to the plugin library in Sanity, you can find it right here. Big shout out to our lead engineer on this, Shuvo Roy. He basically wrote the whole thing and yeah, he nailed it. So let's see if I can think of any other questions we got, but no, that pretty much covers it. The documentation is pretty thorough and we've included all the schema types right here that are in the plugin. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let us know. And if you need any help with SEO optimization on your own website, or if you're looking to rebuild your website in Sanity, just reach out to us at Operation Nation. You can go to our contact page and fill out the form or schedule a call through our Calendly, and we'll be happy to see how we can help you.